I'm Dr. Jacoby Cleaver.
And I'm Dr. Jacob Wilson.
And we are the OD'ing on Movies podcast.
We're two practicing optometrists who love movies, and we found a way to combine our two loves into one podcast.
We pick a movie, we watch it, we break it down while incorporating the optometry elements.
So grab your favorite movie theater snack and let's get started.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the OD'ing on Movies podcast. My name is Dr. Jacoby Cleaver, joined with my co-host, Dr. Jacob Wilson. And for those who are listening and not watching, we do have a special guest with us on this evening. And before I give her a chance to introduce herself, I want to thank her for coming on first and foremost. But before we get into the movie, I wasn't really excited about seeing this movie, but I'm glad that I did. And we'll just do a little cliffhanger there. But Dr. Lindsay Carroll, please introduce yourself and give the audience a little background.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. So me and Jacob were in the same graduating class at Midwestern University. So I'm an optometrist in Denver, Colorado. I work in a mobile pediatric clinic. So we actually are contracted with the Medicaid program in the state. To go around to different schools, pre-K through high school in the Denver metro area. We spend 2 to 3 days at a school, see anybody who signs up for eye exams, and don't bill the child or the parent any kind of money. So a lot of pro bono exams. It's really a cool experience. If you're a type B type of person, it's really fun because there's a lot of unpredictability in that kind of modality, but it's also really rewarding. So, yeah.
Did you come out of
into that, Lindsay?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Did you come out of optometry school doing that? Or?
I did not. So when I graduated from Midwestern, I already kind of had plans to move states, but my fiance at the time, husband, was just getting into his field, so we wanted to stay for a year or so. So I just got a job at a lens crafters, and I liked it. It was nice, but I always kind of wanted to do pediatrics or the mobile clinic. There was a guy, I think sometime in optometry school, who came and talked about a mobile clinic. I don't know if you remember, Jacob, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I was really interested in that, and so I actually looked for that modality specifically when I moved to Denver. And I found one that was pediatrics as well. And that's been something I've been interested since school. So it's kind of just like a dream job just popped out of nowhere for me. So it's been great.
So if you don't mind me, are you like a W-2 employee for a bigger umbrella company?
I'm a W-2. Okay. I am on a school schedule. So I have Christmas break off, Thanksgiving break off, summer break off.
Nice. You have summers off?
I do. I don't have work for the next 10 weeks.
So how does that work? How are you going to keep yourself busy?
So I have thought about doing fill-in work, but every year it rolls around to summer and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I want to work. So yeah, I just keep myself busy. I'm in Colorado, so there's a lot of things to do.
Yeah, no. One thing I was gonna tell you about Lindsay Jacoby is she's like the coolest person. She's always like snowboarding. She's doing all this. She likes to do all the stuff I do. She's always snowboarding, going to see horror movies. Oh yeah. Would you just run a half this past weekend?
I ran a half 2 weekends ago, and I actually have another one Saturday.
Yeah.
So Lindsay stays pretty busy.
Yep.
Okay. So that's pretty cool because I think I've only know one optometrist that's kind of in the same modality as you are.
Yeah.
But everything you said, she would say the same thing if she was on the call with us or on the pod with us. So for those listening, I would say I wouldn't say it's out of the norm, but it's a different way to practice that maybe we didn't get a lot of in school, or maybe somebody mentioning and Jacob didn't remember the guy who came and spoke about it. It came in one ear and out the other, but Lindsay did. And you said when you moved to Colorado, you purposely sought out these positions. So they are there. So there is a need. There may not be advertised, right? But there is definitely a need for that. But I want to ask you, so you said you'll see any student that shows up on any school that you're at. Is there
Correct.
any requirements outside of them just signing up?
Nope. That's
Really?
it. As long as they're at the school, attending the school, and their parent fills out, a waiver form and their medical history form. We see every student. So we see special education. We see, kids that are 2, early pre-K, all kinds of stuff.
And are you the only optometrist in the outfit?
No, it's quite a big. We're growing rapidly. But I want to say there's a separate entity in Colorado Springs, so about an hour and a half south of Denver, that started the company. I think there's about 6 or 7 optometrists there, and there's about 6 of us here, teams of 2, different parts of the metro area.
Okay. Nice.
That's really cool because a lot of these kids, that might be the only eye exam they get.
Oftentimes, yes.
Are you writing prescriptions for them?
I am.
Right then and there? Yeah.
Yes, we are writing prescriptions right then and there. We aren't able to do one of the bigger things is we aren't able to do follow-ups because we are moving around so much. So I don't write as many long-term prescriptions like medication, like steroid, that kind of stuff. I don't like to write that just because I don't have follow-ups. But we do, kids may not get care aside from me. So we do a lot of different kind of things to kind of be creative. If we're the only person that you're going to see, what can we do for you?
Now, is there a program that will, because you said you guys take care of the eye exam, is there a program that'll help them get the glasses as well if they need it?
We do it all.
Do it all. One-stop shop. Sweet.
Yep.
Sweet. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And when you interviewed, were they looking for pediatrics experience? Did they want you to have done rotations in that, or residency? What were they looking for?
They wanted an interest in pediatrics, but I was enthusiastic. I really think in a lot of different, especially non-clinical, non-hospital affiliated jobs, if you have a passion for the thing that you want to do, and that shows, it's pretty much paramount no matter where you work, that you learn a little bit on the job.
Right.
Definitely.
And so, it wasn't, if I have, for example, if somebody's watching this and didn't have a pediatric rotation, I don't think they would be precluded from this kind of job.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Well, cool. Well, we also, Lindsay, you don't have to, because it sounds like you're on summer break. We also like to talk about an interesting case we saw in the last week or two.
Oh, boy.
Do either of you have one that you saw in the last couple of weeks?
Let me think.
Okay. And I say that, and I can't think of one, but I will say I've had a ton of, and I bet you see this a lot, Lindsay, but I've had a ton of BKC, blepharokeratoconjunctivitis, or staph marginal keratitis, just a lot of staph hypersensitivity. It's been exploding the last couple of weeks. So I've been doing a lot of Tobradex and Maxitrol the last couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we see a lot of pink eye. we have a very enclosed clinic, so we're very careful about that.
So while you're thinking of that case, you said it's a team of 2 doctors, and what kind of support staff do you have with you guys?
So on each team, there is the manager who kind of schedule everything with the kids, brings the kids down, coordinates with the school. There's an administrative assistant, them to kind of handle the glasses ordering, that kind of thing. And then I have 2 to 3 techs.
Wow.
Oh, you have techs?
Yeah. I mean,
we have an Optos. So we have 1 tech on Optos, a couple techs pre-testing. It's a whole clinic.
The Optos travels with you?
The Optos travels with us.
I've never seen anything like that. That's
but Jacob, Lindsay said that when they go to any given school, they kind of set up for about 2 or 3 days, right?
So, we do. And we set up all the equipment ourselves. So yeah, I'm putting phoropters up and slit lamps on the stand every 2 days. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds like a pretty sweet gig. So what advice would you give to a recent grad who may not know exactly what he or she wants to do? What advice would you give?
I would, think about what part of optometry really sparks joy for you. So, I mean, and it can be like tangentially, like I like to, catch up with people day after day or year after year. Do you want to do that? Then you want to be in, family care. I really like complex puzzles. You don't have to think in such optometry terms, but I like complex puzzles. Like maybe I want to do something in, ODMD or a hospital type of thing where I get more advanced cases. Me, I really wanted independence, and I really liked kids. So the modality, like I don't have an office manager like sitting next to me every case. We are all kind of independently working on this team together and being flexible. So yeah, there's different modalities for different kind of personality types, I would say.
Okay, cool.
Very cool. Yeah,
it is very cool. It just seems like you just going to the school and you just making an immediate impact.
Yes.
Even and I don't see a lot of children in my practice, but it just seems like the kids I do see, the prescriptions are so high, and you're like, oh man, like this kid isn't lying about anything. They can't see, they're struggling, and they're just, and and obviously they don't have anything to compare up against. So yeah, like you're really making an immediate impact, and like Jacob said earlier, this may be definitely the first point of care, if not the only point of care.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So kudos to a great job. You're really doing a lot for the community out there, and I'm sure parents and everything, or like. If you could just drop your kid off at school and then they get an eye exam, so the parent work to take the kid, to a eye doctor's appointment, anything else, it's just super convenient. Yeah,
It's super convenient.
Yeah, because that's probably a barrier to care a lot of times is not being able to get time off work to take your kid, or
absolutely.
Yeah, that's
and the insurance, the cost is prohibitive to a lot of people. So
I mean, and God forbid, there's a family with more than one kiddo, maybe 3 or 4 kiddos. It's hard to get people here everywhere they need to go. So yeah, that's a fantastic modality, and the fact that it's a modality that I wasn't even aware of until a few years ago. So sweet. So Jacob, what's our feature this evening?
Well, hold on a second, Jacoby, did you work today?
Yeah, I went to work.
Okay. Well, Lindsay, he mentioned that he doesn't see a lot of kids. I don't know how much Jacoby works at all, to be honest.
Well, for anyone who's listening, man, I just had a birthday, and you never work on your birthday. You just don't.
I didn't. Okay, before your birthday. His birthday was on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Jacoby. We should have opened with that, actually.
Yeah, but but it doesn't make sense to go to work on Monday and then take Tuesday off. So let's just take Monday and Tuesday off. I wasn't
even talking about this weekend. The number of times we text and you're like, all right, heading to see the movie now, and it's like 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Well, I prefer to go at matinee.
I bet a lot of people do prefer to do that, yeah. But yeah, happy birthday, Jacoby. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you go get your senior discount at IHOP?
No. I don't qualify for that until next year, I think. But me and Ash just went out and grabbed some dinner. That's about it.
Okay.
Hey, man, I'm old now, man. We don't do the whole fancy stuff. Just go get some dinner, an appetizer or something, and that's it. That's more than enough.
All right, cool. All right, well, we are talking about Obsession tonight. That's the movie we're talking about. Really, it's kind of ended up being I don't know if it's the best movie of the year, but it's the most popular movie of the year, it seems like.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a movie get this kind of word of mouth buzz in it in a while. So just kind of where we're standing right now, I'm sure you have a lot of the numbers, Jacoby, but on a $750,000 budget, this movie's already over $100 million. And I think each weekend it's done more than the last weekend, which hasn't been done in like decades, I was reading.
Right. Well, yeah, I was just about to say that's a pretty rare feat because you would expect the movie to kind of die off a little bit from week to week. The longer it's been.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they took it off. They were going to have it on streaming platforms, I think, this week. And they changed that. They kept it in the theaters instead because it's doing so well.
Yeah, no way. I bet it's in theaters another few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has to be, man. It has to be. So you said the budget is $750,000.
That's what I read.
Yeah, and I have some fun facts that I'll kind of sprinkle in here while we're going through the movie. But yeah, one of the fun facts is, well, obviously you can shoot a movie with $750,000 if you only shoot it within 20 days. So that's a fun fact that I came across. They shot the entire movie in 20 days.
They shot it in 20 days.
In
Wow.
20 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I saw they did it in a neighborhood just like kind of in North LA. Like they went to real bars and real shops and stuff just in North LA. But yeah, so it was, you said you weren't that excited.
Hold on, Jacob. I misspoke. I said 20 days. They filmed it in 26 days. I want to make sure. I did,
So you're just lying.
Make that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just another 6 days, and they got it out of it.
I was excited about it, but just in a sense of another horror movie's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right. Jacoby said he wasn't that excited. We've seen this idea done before, a couple times, like Wishmaster's something that comes to mind, or like any of like the Monkey's Paw renditions. But this was so different. It was so basically we have Bear. He's a guy, and he's kind of. Is he a loser? Do we say he's a loser? I don't
know. What Lindsay, what would you say Bear is?
I mean, I wouldn't say he's a loser. He's definitely like the nice guy, quote unquote, right?
Okay.
Right.
That's circulating the internet, the nice guy.
Right.
Okay.
That ends up not being,
Super
yeah,
nice.
he's afraid to tell this girl, Nikki, how he feels about her. It sounds like they've been friends and working at the same place for years. So he has his buddy like helping him role play, like on how to tell her how he really feels and all this stuff. And he never does. And it kind of sounds like, I don't know if she was going to like him back, but it sounded like she would have been at least receptive to having a conversation with him. But he never wants to talk to her, or he never gets up the courage to say, "Hey, I like you."
Even when asked point blank.
Point blank, like now this is the time to tell me, and he still doesn't do it. So, so he, it's called the One Wish Willow, and that's another thing that kind of bothered me. So he likes, I guess we should start from the beginning, huh? He likes Nikki so much, but he's gonna go out, and she tells him that she lost her necklace, right? So he goes to the store to try and replace her necklace, buy her a new crystal necklace, and then for some reason he just ends up buying this One Wish Willow. So I feel like that kind of tells me what kind of dude he is too. He was only really thinking about himself.
Well, and he like doesn't know anything about her necklace either. You notice what crystals?
Oh, that's a good point.
Like if she wears this necklace daily, you've never noticed.
Yeah, that's true. So that's another thing. Like, how much do you really like this girl? Or are you just alone and kind of obsessed?
It just seems like he talks to Sarah, the other friend, a lot, and you learn about her life through his eyes. And I don't think he knows anything really about Nikki. We never have a conversation. And
I think that's kind of the point of the movie is like she's this idea to him, this object.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So I guess I'll jump back. At the beginning of the movie, his cat dies. His cat ODs on some like pain pills that he left out or something. And we kind of brush over that pretty quickly. He just like throws the cat away and then still goes out to hang out with Nikki. That's how bad he wants to hang out with Nikki. But did I miss anything there in the beginning before we kind of get to the wish part?
No,
or any insights you guys want to add?
I think that's about it, right? Lindsay, you want to add anything?
No, I think that's
Yeah, so he gives Nikki a ride home from trivia. They all go to trivia. Gives Nikki a ride home. They're having a conversation. She says point blank, "You need to tell me right now if you like me." And he's just like, "We're good friends." He just totally chickens out.
Mm-hmm.
And so he drops her off, and then he does the One Wish Willow. I don't know if he really believed it was going to work. He probably didn't, but he wishes that Nikki loved him more than anyone else in the world. And then instantly, Nikki's like totally acting different and obsessed with him right away. And I thought the actress Indy Navarrete, I think that's how you say her name.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she did such a great job.
Phenomenal.
She flipped back and forth. Yeah, she was so cool.
Yeah. We've had some really good displays of women in horror. I don't recall her name, but the lead actress in Smile 2 also, I felt like she was
great. Definitely.
She was
she was fantastic.
Yeah, and now we have another new face, and it's nice to see fresh faces as well.
Yeah, she's a Tucson native too. She's from Tucson, Arizona.
Oh.
She's an Arizona girl. Not that means anything to you, Jacoby, but
Not a lot, but hey, she did a fantastic job.
yeah. But yeah, she did great, and it's pretty clear right away that she's not in love with Bear. It's some kind of entity that's in love with Bear. I don't know if entity is the right word to say right away, but you can tell she's like changing personalities. It's not really her.
Yeah, she's kind of bouncing back and forth. You're right. It's because there's points where she just kind of snaps out of it for even if it's just kind of temporarily. So
Right.
yeah, that's a good point there. But yeah, I wouldn't say entity, but I would say that the title obsession applies here, and they did a fantastic job with that. But yeah, it seems like she's there but not present,
Right.
but only in the physical, I guess.
Right. Yeah. What do you guys think your breaking point would be if you got the person you're in love with to be obsessed with you? I feel like Bear put up with a lot. Not put up with, because he's not a good guy, but she did some crazy stuff and he kind of seemed to shrug it off.
I mean, the very first time she freaks out and says, "That's not me," I would be.
That's probably
Okay.
yeah. I have to agree with that. Or like the part where she's just staring at him sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
kind of
a chilling scene. That was one of the most creepy scenes I've seen in a while.
I'm sure you have, Lindsay. Have you seen the makeup that they did to her face
Yeah.
for that scene? Have you seen that, Jacoby?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Where she's standing there. Oh, that, and I didn't. So when that scene happened, they kind of just show the room at first, right? And she's in the corner, and half the movie theater gasped when they showed that scene.
Yeah.
But I was like, what? I didn't see anything. And then you look again, and she's standing there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been out of there. I would have been, I don't know.
I mean, and they just go to spending so much time with each other almost instantly. They might as well have been living with each other. They just.
I think they were. I don't think she was going home.
Oh no, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
she wasn't.
She
was never
Wasn't
leaving.
there in the room.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Rendering
I
her-
probably would have been out if I wasn't out the first night. I would have been out when she made the like cat
sandwich.
not the sandwich, but because that was crazy. But she just like she did this display for the cat.
Oh, right.
What's the word I'm looking for?
The
Not
very
memorial,
first-
a shrine to the cat.
A memorial.
Yeah.
Oh, you packing your bags on that, Jacob? You're not even. You don't
I'm
think
probably
that's
out
sweet?
there. Yeah, that's
A nice tribute to a family member, pet.
But also, not that this is important. What is Bear doing with his cat? That it like he just put it in a bag and then just left it somewhere in his head. Like I thought I was like, how is the cat so easily accessible when it died a few days ago or whatever? But
Yeah, dude, the fact that he just threw away his cat was yikes.
yeah, it tells us a lot, I think, about who he is. But so she's pretty obsessed with him. And right off the bat, it doesn't really like slowly escalate. Right off the bat, she's obviously something's wrong. She goes to work. He tells his friend about it. Ian tells his friend Ian that, hey, Nikki's being really weird. So Ian gives Nikki a ride home, and he like talks to her, or Ian talks to Bear and says, yeah, she accidentally did Molly last night. She's just being her, but she's fine. Everything's okay. So she does go home at that point, and Bear goes home, but then immediately Nikki is back at his house. And this was kind of the optometry moment that I thought of. It's kind of a little one, but did you notice that when Nikki shows up at his doorstep that second time, she has like, they keep her in the dark.
Oh, the eye. I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it looks like she has like 2 pupillary reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been able to find anything on it, but I felt like that was them trying to say, this isn't Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is, and her face was all shadowed. She was like standing behind the like porch light. It's a really creepy shot. But did you? Yeah, it looks like she has
totally
2.
Missed that. So we were just looking at one eye. She had 2 pupillary reflexes in one eye.
That's what it looks like. Or there's like a shadow, or there's like another reflection. It's like,
oh wow!
I do think that they changed her eyes. I noticed that.
mm-hmm. It gives you a feeling that it's empty and there's like
Mhm.
something else inside of there,
Mhm.
inside of her.
Wow, no, I totally missed that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Did
I
you
don't know if
catch
it's
that,
a
Lindsay?
huge optometry moment,
I
but
noticed that there was something different with her eyes. Yeah, and I totally forgot about that. But yeah.
Okay. All right,
that was actually there's so many unsettling scenes, but that was one of the most unsettling scenes to me. I felt so nervous in the theater just watching her standing there in the shadows. I was like, what is she going to do?
That's something this movie did so well, is just like, something's going to happen and you're just sitting
Mhm.
there anxious, because it didn't really rely on jump scares, which was really awesome for the most part. There was some,
Yep.
but it's just the, oh my gosh, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen the
There's a
entire
lot
time.
of cringe
Yeah,
moments in there, right?
exactly.
And she's totally unhinged. And notice she doesn't hurt anybody until way late into the movie, but you know she's capable of it right away, and you're just nervous the whole time. And so yeah, I mean, she just keeps getting weirder. When he finally goes to work without her, she just stands there all day, doesn't move, uses the restroom on herself, throws up on
Right.
herself, just doesn't move all day while he's gone. I mean, he taped the door shut. She taped the door shut so he couldn't get out. Like all that. There were so many red flags for Barrett. He just was like, all right.
Yeah, got to be careful what you wish for, man.
Yeah, I guess so. But then also maybe once you recognize what you wished for wasn't, I don't know.
Well,
I
you
don't
can't
know.
give it back.
Huh?
Too late. He can't give her back.
Well, no, but he was given a solution and he was too much of a chicken to, that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but.
I don't know. Well, let's hear your opinion.
Well, okay. I don't want to get all out of order here, but he calls the number on the back of the One Wish Willow.
This made
And
for a pretty funny scene, though.
it did. And did you know that the guy on the other end of the call was Curry Barker, the director of the movie?
Oh, really? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, the I guess the demon customer service agent, whatever he is. But yeah, he basically says like we can't undo the wish. It's funny because he makes it sound like you can. Like, oh, did you want to submit a cancellation request? He's like, yes. He's like, oh yeah, we don't really do that, which is pretty funny. But then he says, well, what do I do? And the guy says, well, she's stuck like that as long as you live.
Right.
So, and in that same scene, he says, do you want to talk to her? And then he hears Nikki screaming like she's trapped somewhere, some kind of like
Oh, wow.
hell or, so he knows at that moment, without a doubt, that Nikki's trapped. And he knows the only way to really get her out of this is to take his own life. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would have been the courageous thing to do, but he did this to her. So that was kind of my thought. Like, this is what you have to do, dude. And then he just continues to not really do anything. He's just like hoping things get better. I don't know.
Well, he's telling her, you need to be better. You need to change. You need to be better. Just be Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be Nikki. Yeah.
That's right.
Like, I'm not Nikki. I'm not Nikki. And he still doesn't do anything. So
yeah. No, and then, and then the party, okay, that Hansel and Gretel poem that she reads was one of the coolest. Like, I want to know if the director wrote that or if he wrote.
No, actually, I think, let me look it up real quick. I think it was the director's dad that wrote it. Yeah, that was on one of these facts that I came across earlier. Let me see if I can find it. But proceed while I'm searching the internet.
Yeah, well,
Carrie's father wrote the Hansel and Gretel poem.
Wow, that's some talent there. Yeah, so basically he talks to Ian, and Ian's like, I don't want to invite you to my party, and then they work it out. He gets invited, but another thing Ian tells him is that, hey, Sarah talked with Nikki before all this happened, and she said she liked you like a brother. She said that, and so it's just really weird that all of this is flipped. So we kind of get that groundwork that she thought of him as a brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the party, which Nikki makes Bear take him to, it's a pretty funny scene when she's screaming in the shower and everything. Nikki reads a poem that's just terrifying about basically Hansel and Gretel having this perverted relationship, and it's the boy that's made it this way. And it's pretty obvious that it's Nikki, telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really cool poem, but it was a pretty like disturbing moment. And then the rest of the party is pretty disturbing. Do you guys have any thoughts on any of those scenes?
I think it was very interesting that they were playing a drinking game at the same time,
Right.
where it was you can play the Jenga, whatever the challenge is on the Jenga, or you could take a drink. And after Nikki does all of that, Bear pulls a tile, and instead of taking the drink, he reads that the tile is to kiss Sarah on his left.
Right.
So still, he's not protecting anybody, from Nikki, or he still is, egging it on a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Nikki comes and pulls back the chair real slow, and it's just agonizing.
The thing about this movie, if it was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was really funny right up until it wasn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that scene, you're like really scared, but then all she does is pull the chair back, and it was pretty funny. I guess you're right, Lindsay. I didn't think about that. Bear could have just drank. He didn't need to read that.
No.
I don't know what he was trying to accomplish there. And then Nikki like freaks out in front of everybody. I don't even say freaks out. She goes back to being herself for a minute and gets really scared and starts like brutalizing herself with I think she has a beer bottle in her hand or something. And it's pretty terrible. And Bear just sits there and does nothing. Yeah. And then they go home that night. And this is probably, I don't know. I mean, obviously Bear wasn't that good of a guy before this, but this is kind of what solidified for me that Bear is awful. Is in the middle of the night, Bear, he gets a text from Sarah, and Sarah wants to meet him in the park at 3 a.m. I don't know why either of them thought that was a good idea, but that's what they're planning to do. But as Bear is leaving, Nikki, the actual Nikki, talks to him, says she's sleeping right now. Bear, please kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's begging him, and he just says, "Is it so bad being with me?" And he just walks out and leaves her like that. And it's a moment of like pure dread and sorrow that you feel like, oh, this guy's, he's not good, and something bad's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So, and then he meets up with Sarah at the park, which, yeah, not to victim blame Sarah, but I don't know why she thought that was a good idea to, after seeing all that happen at the party, and then be like, let's meet up at 3 a.m.
But I guess this is the part where Sarah's gonna tell Bear that she likes him.
Yeah, right. Which is frustrating because Bear had that in front of him the whole time. Sarah's like this really sweet girl. She has all these goals for her life. She likes him. And he's just like, no, I'm obsessed with Nikki, who I don't really even know anything about. I just am obsessed with her. So that was a little frustrating. And then Sarah didn't deserve what happened at all.
A lot of frustrating. But no.
Did you guys know? So that scene where Sarah dies, they had to cut like 10 to 15 of Nikki slamming her head.
Yeah,
that they didn't get an NC-17 rating.
Yeah. I did read that. They had to kind of cut that short so it wouldn't change the rating. Wow.
My wife brought up a good point. She was like, "What's up with people being obsessed with movies and people like beating themselves to death, like beating their head?" And she named like 4 or 5 movies in the last few years where that's happened. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I don't like Hollywood's on some kind of kick with that right now.
Maybe the gruesome factor, but I was thinking when she was slamming Sarah's head up against the steering wheel.
What were you thinking?
Wouldn't that deploy the airbag at all?
Oh,
it's just going. She's going crazy. She's going crazy, slamming the head up against the steering wheel. Like,
not if the car's off, right?
No, airbags work. Period. Yeah, I mean, you can be sitting in a parked car with it off, and if you get hit, then the airbag should deploy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I think it's based on speed and impact and stuff like that.
Lindsay, I think Jacoby's making that up.
No, I'm not, man.
I mean, that's a good point. I didn't think about that, but I would think that that's a good point.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe that's why she used the brick, though. She held the brick there, and then
very, very bad on Sarah to call Bear at 3 a.m. to meet.
Yeah, that was bad.
But we're victim blaming. We're not victim blaming, but
she didn't deserve it. And that was just, and it honestly was. And this is where movies, you know, they're doing a good job when they make you feel so much. Yeah. I felt so sad for Sarah's character that right after that, Bear opens up her letter and she got into her dream school.
Yes, because she was
You
trying
feel
to
so bad for
become a
her.
tattoo
You
artist.
feel so bad for her dad. You feel so bad for everyone because everyone could have just been happy if Bear could have just talked about his feelings. She probably would have rejected him and he would have gotten over it in a week or two and probably could have been happy with Sarah, you know. But he had to take it this far, and and there was real life consequences for it.
So at this point, he's panicking.
Oh well, yeah. And then the next scene's pretty. She's like, "Oh, you wished for this, baby. I'm so sorry, but you wished for this. Now help me hide the body." And then he helps her hide the body.
I mean, what else? What else could he do, Jacob? What else could he do? He's in too deep already.
I mean, you could report it to the police. That could get her out of your hair.
But you could. I mean, that maybe that's not fair to Nikki, but you probably could get Nikki arrested for murdering Sarah.
You guys think getting Nikki arrested would help?
It would help Bear.
It would help Bear. All of his actions thus far have been selfish.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to lose Nikki.
Yeah. He didn't. He the whole time, as much craziness as he was seeing going on, he was hoping this was still going to work out at some point, which was just crazy. So he goes and helps her hide the body, and then she says, "I got it from here, baby. Don't worry." And so he goes back to the One Wish Willow store. And what's funny is the people, it's not the One Wish Willow store. It's like a crystal, type of smoke shop type of store like that. But what's funny is all the workers like, "Oh yeah, it works." Like they all know that it works. And none of them are surprised at what's happening to him at all.
Well, they warned him the first time too.
Right. Yeah.
It'll ruin your life.
Didn't they say something like you got to read the warning on the back or something like that? Or
like
they
don't
said
come
something
back
kind
when
of
it ruins
snarky in
your
the
life.
story that was really funny.
Yeah. And there's so many warnings on the back, and he just he ignored them. But he bought a couple more because his plan, I think, is to try and make another wish. But then he learns that you only get one wish, so he has to find someone else to make the wish.
Right.
So he goes to Ian's house. What did you guys think of Ian? Because I see a lot of people saying that Ian's also kind of a villain.
No, definitely.
You think so?
Yes.
What do you think, Lindsay?
Yes, because it comes out in the movie, and I think Lindsay can back me up. It comes out in the movie that he was hooking up with Sarah, right?
With Nikki, yeah.
And you don't think to tell. I mean, you guys in the same friend group. You don't think to tell your friend that's obsessed with or that really wants to date this girl that you guys have been hooking up, even if it's just super casual. And and I just thought he was a jerk for that. And then of course whatever he wishes for, it made him an even bigger jerk. But
yeah, I guess that's true. I guess my thought was like, is it really Bear's business what Nikki and Ian are doing? But Ian is his best friend.
Jacob, it is, man, because they're in the same friend group. Like you can't tell me to ask her out if you're hooking up with her.
Yeah,
they're breaking bro code and sis code, man.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be friends. If we didn't know each other, if I didn't know you from Adam or Steve or whatever else, then that's fine.
Well, I guess it sounds like Sarah knew the whole time too, huh?
Yeah, no, because Sarah is who told Bear.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of messed up by everybody there, that they all know Bear likes Sarah.
Yeah, but Sarah didn't deserve to die, though.
No, I didn't say that. No, and I think Bear's worse than all of them. But anyways, he goes to Ian's house and tries to tell Ian, like, this is what's happening. I need you to make a wish. And Ian doesn't believe him. And Ian wishes for $1 billion. And $1 billion starts falling from the sky.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I thought he was about to be buried in $1 billion. I was like, what's going to happen to him?
Okay, so if you guys are in Ethan's shoes, what would you wish for? In that exact same moment.
I would never buy a One Wish Willow. I don't mess with any of that stuff.
No, but me neither.
I've watched too much horror.
I think we've got enough examples to don't mess with that stuff.
Yeah.
But it sounds like maybe this one in particular. So there's a lot of it. You guys ever see the movie Wishmaster from the 90s?
I don't think so.
It's really cheesy, but if you ever want to go watch it, basically there's no way. It's a demon that goes around. It's an evil genie, basically. And there's no way to beat him at all. Like if you make a wish, he's going to find a way to make it horrible for you. But this one, it sounds like you could beat the One Wish Willow if you said the right thing. It sounds like the guy who worked at the store beat it with his wish, whatever it was. And Ian, if he just takes his $1 billion and minds his own business, if he didn't go over to the house like Bear told him not to, he'd still be alive with $1 billion. So I don't know. After maybe I'd think about it. Maybe I'd really take a couple days and try to think about something. I don't know, something ethical to wish for. I don't know.
Yeah, but this definitely has some comedic scenes in there because with the money falling from the ceiling, and then Ethan goes over to the house and said, "Dude, I got $1 billion," and he just gets shot in the head on.
And yeah, that was.
I didn't. I wasn't sad about Ian being killed at all.
No, you knew that was going to happen. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen.
Like, you could have just ended all of this. Not that it's his responsibility, but I don't blame him for wishing for $1 billion.
Yeah. But once he sees the $1 billion come, he should have believed Bear and not come to the house for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't think that something's like true, if your friend is pleading and begging like in inches of their life, please wish this, please, please, and you don't think it's like, if that's your best friend, I would probably do it. I would do it if it's that so important to you, like.
Yeah, because worst case scenario, your friend's having like some kind of psychotic break, and you're just helping him out, right?
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah, Ian wasn't a very good friend at all.
Yeah.
So we all agree we don't like Ian.
We don't like Ian. Yeah, I was taking some issue with the word villain because I really think that villain only applies to Bear in this movie.
I think so too.
And whoever owns the One Wish Willow Company, I guess, or the demon that runs it, I don't know. But those would be the two villains in my mind. But yeah, Ian's not a good friend. Also, Ian, I don't know if he didn't look like he was cool enough to pull someone like Nikki. That was my opinion.
I don't know. I mean, but
you never know. He makes someone laugh, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if it's about proximity and they're spending a lot of time with each other and stuff, I can see it.
Okay, all right.
But he's still a jerk for not telling his buddy, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure. So he gets shot, and that last scene is pretty horrific, guys. That was pretty tough to watch. So, we see Nikki has posed Sarah's body in the chair. She's tried to copy all of Sarah's tattoos because she knows, or she thinks, that Bear was starting to like Sarah back. So now she's wearing Sarah's jewelry and tattoos and smoking a cigarette. She's done her hair like Sarah. She's wearing Sarah's clothes. And this last scene, Nikki just totally loses it. And it's stressful. It's cool. All the horror things that you want to see happen. And then the movie ends. But before we get there, did you guys have any like closing thoughts in that last part of the movie there?
Well, no, like he's locked himself in the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you was about to say?
Yeah, no, and he only takes the pills and try to kill himself because he knows Nikki's gonna, kill everybody anyway.
Right.
Like it's still like the coward thing. He's not helping Nikki. He's not doing it to help Nikki ever.
Yeah, and he still didn't do it. Like
no.
he wasn't going to do it.
Yes. Right? And he wasn't even going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he puts first he chickens out of shooting himself.
Right.
I shouldn't say chicken out. That sounds so terrible when we're talking about something so serious, but he doesn't do it. And then he takes the pills that killed Sandy, the cat, at the beginning, but then he goes to throw the pills up. But in the process of throwing the pills up, you hear the One Wish Willow crack outside, and Nikki has made a wish. And so he goes into a trance. And then for a couple moments, they're just entranced with each other until he finally dies from a pill overdose there.
Right.
And then Nikki snaps out of it. And I saw that the original ending was, it's so sad. The original ending was going to be that she snaps out of it and then still takes her own life. But they left it like this, where it just ends with her screaming and crying at all her friends being dead in the room. And then she's definitely going to jail. Like, they're definitely going to pin it all on her. So it's pretty awful. Yeah. Fantastic movie, but awful ending for sure.
Yeah. Very bleak. A very bleak one for sure. But
which Honestly, that's how I like my horror movies. Jacoby
Mhm.
knows I don't really rock with
Yeah,
happy endings.
Jacob's not interested in any survivors at all. He wants everyone to just perish in the first
Life
5
is,
minutes.
yeah, I don't know.
It's more realistic.
Right. See, thank you, Lindsay. Yeah. Real life's.
So there, some of the facts that before we wrap up, some of the facts that I've
see.
seen is that there's possibly, well, Carrie has ideas for a sequel. Not sure if that's going to materialize into anything, or he's kind of thinking about making a series around the One Wish Willow. So maybe that'd be pretty cool. But like Jacob said, we've seen these done before, but maybe Carrie can give us something that we hadn't seen, maybe a different spin on it, or a different idea that we hadn't seen before. But I really like this movie. Like I said, I went with my wife, my niece, and my mother and father-in-law.
Oh, really?
They're not real. They're not real horror people, but they like to go to the movies, and they enjoyed it too. Yeah. So
okay. What else?
Yeah.
What other facts you got?
Let's see. The guy who played Bear didn't actually audition for the part. They sent the script to him, and he read it, and they loved him, and they just offered him the part right then and there.
Oh, cool.
And you said Carrie made a brief cameo as the One Wish operator. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Hey, Lindsay, you know that, well, not that you would ever buy one, but there was a website selling the One Wish Willows, and they're completely sold out now.
Yeah, we tried. We wanted to get some for the pod, but they're completely sold out.
I was gonna send one to Jacobs, or should I send one to Gina?
Have a Ouija board too. Just go all out.
No, Ouija board. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with the Ouija board.
No. I wouldn't want that thing even in my house, to be honest.
But I might.
We spoke about the Hansel and Gretel poem. Oh, Carrie wanted to do some reshoots at the house that they used for the house party, but by the time they got around to it, the house had been lost in the LA fires.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Oh, but so it must have been over in Pasadena, Altadena, around there or something. Oh, wow.
Indy Navarrete had to learn how to scream correctly before starring in the film.
Yeah, I read that she never really screamed before.
Okay, yes, those are some of the.
Okay.
Yeah, those are some of the cooler fun facts here. They did mention something about the duct tape on the door.
Okay.
They didn't have a choreographer on set, stuff like that. So, they was making it work with the budget that they had, which was pretty cool.
They did a great job. Lindsay, you seem to be a huge horror fan, and
yes.
And Jacoby, Lindsay she also reads a lot of like really scary, like horror books too.
Okay.
And she always posts really thoughtful ratings and insights on the books that she reads.
Yeah.
So, from your wealth of horror knowledge and opinions, how would you rate this movie? What'd you think? I thought of you immediately as the guest when I saw it. I don't know why.
Yep, that's right. He texted.
It's right up my alley. I really like psychological and like kind of gory horror. One of my favorite movies is like Saw, which is crazy, but
the first Saw was really good.
The first Saw was really good. It was something novel and very interesting. I would give this one probably like an 8 out of 10. Really solid.
I agree.
Yeah, I think, man, that's lame if we all agree, but I think that's right where I'd put it, like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
I'll go 7.9 out of 10 just to be.
Just to.
Yeah. Or 8.1. We'll go 8.1.
I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I know it's pretty early in the summer movie season, but this is probably right up there with one of the best movies I've seen all year.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like, I don't know if you watched it or not, Lindsay, but I really like Send Help, but I think this just kind of crushes Send Help.
I am actually planning on watching that. It just came out on streaming on Netflix, so that's on my radar.
Let us know what you think.
I mean, Send Help was fun, but I don't know if it compares to this.
No, it doesn't compare.
I have a really special place in my heart for Weapons. That movie knocked my socks off.
Yeah. So is this one kind of giving you Weapons vibe? Like Weapons just kind of came out of nowhere.
The humor and the horror, I really enjoy those types of movies. I feel like they're coming up a lot more, which is great because I really like that.
So
I didn't like Succession quite as much as Weapons, but I thought they were both really good.
So you're looking forward to the spin-off, the Weapons spin-off about Aunt Gladys?
Oh yeah,
for sure. Jacob didn't like Weapons very much, right?
Really?
Yeah, and I've seen it a couple times now.
That's so interesting to me.
Yeah, it didn't, for whatever reason, it didn't work for me. Sometimes the movie I don't know if I'm just not smart enough sometimes, but like, it doesn't work for me. Like this movie last weekend, Backrooms, that came out, everyone loved it. That was not my thing, man. I was like,
I'm planning on seeing that next week.
Yeah, that felt like some kind of weird Gen Z fever dream, and I was so confused and bored and it got like 90% of Rotten Tomatoes. So I don't know.
Intrigued.
My favorite horror movie this year has been Hokum so far, though. I think.
Oh,
I hadn't been able to see that. Have you seen that, Lindsay? Hokum?
No, and I love Adam Scott. So
yeah, and he's really good in it. It's like a real classic horror. There's not really comedy, and it's very different from this. They're both really good, but Hokum's really good.
So what theater do you go to out there, Lindsay?
I have a friend who she has an Alamo
the Draft House.
Alamo Draft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So we go to the movies at least once a month together. And then I go to the one downtown. I live close to downtown Denver, and it has the 4DX, which if you guys have never experienced a 4DX movie, it's crazy.
It's a Regal? Is it a Regal? Yeah, I've done it. The movie I did it in though was the second Joker movie.
Oh.
And that was so I got to do a better movie.
Yeah, it definitely brings a whole different element to horror.
Cool. You don't go because you got a lot of AMCs in Denver. You don't go to AMC much?
Not very much. No, it's just not as close to me.
Okay. Are you in because I remember talking to you when I did my rotation there. Are you in the Cherry? There was like a Cherry area. Well,
Cherry Creek.
Cherry
No.
Creek. Are you in that area? Okay, no.
Cherry Creek's south of downtown by about 10 minutes. I live right east of downtown.
Oh, okay, right downtown.
Yeah, right downtown.
Okay.
So does your husband usually go to the movies with you?
He's not the biggest horror fan. So it depends on the movie. He saw Obsession with me and he liked it. But he doesn't like the ghosts and like that kind of scary stuff. So from time to time he'll go.
I can understand that.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Lindsay.
Thank you for having me. It was a joy. It was fun.
For sure. And before and I know I asked you about giving some advice to the new optometrists or incoming students or soon to graduate optometrists. You want to leave them with anything else before we leave?
Oh man. I guess I'll just give a little bit of pediatric advice.
There we go.
If you are dealing with a kid and you can't do anything with them because they're not holding still, they're complaining, really get drops in, do a RET, do BIO. If you can do all of those things really quickly, then you've seen what you can see. I think a lot of people get so jammed up and I have to do every single test with these kids, and then by 20 minutes the kid's done. You're not going to get any realistic information.
Yeah.
So
and that 20 minutes starts counting down from the time the kid gets out of the car. They got to check in and everything else. Yeah. So your window is
good health check and a good refraction, then you're okay.
Right.
Don't be afraid to bring them back. Like you can do other things and you need to bring them back.
Great advice. Jacob, you want to leave the audience with anything?
I'll give some pediatric advice. Kids are gross. Kids are pretty gross sometimes. So I had one throw up on me earlier this year because he cried so hard from the drops.
Yeah.
But
and try to get a tech to do the drops for you.
Yeah.
They
associate you.
Let the tech be the bad guy or the bad girl for sure. then when you walk in, you look like the hero.
Exactly.
Fantastic advice. Now, I think my advice, and again, I don't see a lot of kids. My advice would be with pediatrics is approach it like you would want someone to approach your kid in the chair. You may have to, I don't like meet them where they are.
Right.
And that's fine. If you can't get everything done in one day, then try to bring them back if possible.
Right.
But treat the pediatric patient as the patient. Like talk to them directly, explain what you're gonna do, and that makes wonders. That helps wonders. Like You know, I kind of had to learn that early on in my career. Like, you do need to address the parent, but the pediatric patient is the patient, so you should treat them as such.
That's good advice.
All right, so we'll leave you guys with that. This has been another episode of OD'ing on Movies podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Carroll,
for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
And, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Have a good night.
All right, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't miss the sequel. Get your eyes checked.